Hello, good day from wherever you are watching us. You're all welcome to our book review. Yes, we have to do our book review, and we'll be reviewing the last part of our book. All right, just few minutes, and we will go ahead. Okay, just few minutes, and we will start. So just tell us where you are joining us from. Say hello, say hi, so we will know you are here. All right. Okay. All right, say hello, say hi, so we know you are here. All right, you're all welcome. My name is Choma Odikolo, and I'm the founder of the Renewed Parenting Academy. Yes, so we'll be having the review of the last session of our book. We've been studying this book, The Power of Positive Thinking. Yes, it's a beautiful book we've been reading, and this evening or now we're going to be reviewing the last part. So without wasting much of our time, we're just going to go straight into our review. So this book we've been reading, The Power of Positive Thinking. Everything about this book has just been telling us on how we as parents can develop and build our thoughts such that we start to think of more of the positive and none of the negative. Because the truth is that we have the power to think of positive thoughts. We have the responsibility. The responsibility is ours to think of positive thoughts and not negative. And we should not put the responsibility in the hands of someone else, because it's our responsibility to think of positive thoughts. But the thing is, how can we begin to think of these positive thoughts? How can we begin to go about our day such that whenever negative thoughts come to us, also whenever we think of anything negative, we can take it away from our minds and all that. And that is why we've been reading this book, how we can build our thoughts, how we can think of positive things. And the last week we reviewed this book, and we talked about so many things on what we can begin to do as parents that can help us build our thoughts. And one of the things we discussed about is believing in ourselves, not giving room for any form of negativity, not giving room for any form of limiting mindset, believing that we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. So whenever you feel down, whenever you feel like you're not capable of doing something, whenever you feel like this thing is so difficult, this thing is hard, whenever you feel scared of something, always tell yourself that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Likewise, the same thing, whenever you feel your child, thank you for joining us, whenever your child feels down, whenever your child feels discouraged, don't discourage your child the more. Just tell your child you can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. The truth is that we don't have to go through life alone, but most times we go through life alone. We are created by God. We have a partner, which is God. So whenever we go through difficulties, we should learn to invite our number one partner, which is God. We should learn to go back to our source. And that is the whole essence of reading this book, The Power of Positive Thinking, how we can build our thoughts, how we can build ourselves so that we begin to think more of the positive. So we are encouraged to think more of the positive and none of the negative, because we have the capacity, we have the ability to think of just the positive thoughts. Most negative thoughts were not created with us. Most negative thoughts were acquired as a result of our environment, as a result of how some of us grew up. Some of the negative thoughts we walk around with is acquired by maybe what other people are saying about us, what we hear, probably the social media, what we just hear and what we see people do. Some of those things are the things that create this negative thought in us. But we are not created with negative thoughts. We are not created with any form of limitation. We are created with all sense of, we have ability, capacity to do everything we have to do. So we have to do away with any form of negative thought. So today we'll be studying how we can break the habit of worrying and fear. The truth is that most of us as parents, we worry a lot and we fear a lot. Most of us are scared of a whole lot of things. Most of us are scared of trying. Most of us are scared of applying for that job. Most of us are scared of starting that business. Most of us are scared of just doing something. Even when we already know our fear, even when we can name our fear, most of us are scared. Most of us worry a lot. Probably we worry of things we don't have control over. But today we're going to be learning how can we break free from worrying and fear. How can we break free from this habit of worry? Now, the first thing I have to tell us today is that we are not born with worry. Neither were we born with fear. We are not created with worry, and we are not created with fear. We acquired fear. We acquired worry here on earth. Like my coach will say, there are two fears a child is born with: the fear of loud noises and the fear of height. So every other fears we have as parents, every other fears we have as individuals, just check it. It is acquired here on earth. The fears, the things we are scared of trying, scared of starting, so many things we are scared of talking, scared of being laughed at, scared of so many things. Just check, most of these fears were acquired here on earth because we were not created with these fears. And the thing is that we have to understand that the more we worry or the more we get scared about things, the more it's difficult for us to move on. So we must be able to, first of all, identify our fears, identify our worries. What is that thing that makes you worry? What is that thing that makes you scared? What is that thing you're so scared of you don't want to do? The first solution to addressing our fears, our worry, is from the point of realization, or from the point of awareness, being aware of our fears, being aware of our worries. Sometimes as parents we are not relaxed, we are worried, but we have to pin it. We have to be able to name the things or the reasons why we worry. That is like the solution, or that's like the number one solution to this. That's like the number one solution to addressing our fears and our worries. So how do we break free from worry? Number one, we have to believe we have the ability to break free from worry and fear. We have to believe that we can do away with fear, we can do away with worry. It has to come from us and not from the next person. It doesn't have to come from your husband, your wife, your children. You as a person, me as a person, we all have the responsibility to believe that we can do away with worry and we can do away with fear. The second way we can break free from worry and fear is to practice emptying our minds daily. Practice emptying your mind daily. So before you go to bed, try to practice empty your mind. And one of the ways we can empty our minds is by journaling, writing your thoughts, writing what happened during the day, writing those things that make you worry, writing those things that make you scared. Empty your mind on the paper, not in your head. Empty your mind on the paper. And when you do that, you'll be able to see, okay, what do I need to do? What steps do I need to make next? Then the other way we can break free from worry is to imagine ourselves letting go of our worry. So we have to imagine that we are letting go of the things that worry us. We have to imagine that we are letting go of the things that makes us scared. We have to imagine that we are letting go of all this things. So it's also a part of visualization, visualizing that you're letting go of worry, you're letting go of those things that make you scared. Then the other way we can break free from worry is to fill up our minds with thoughts of faith, with thoughts of hope, thought of courage, and thought of expectancy. One of the ways we can break free from worry is to fill up our minds with thought of faith, thought of hope, thought of courage, and thought of expectancy. So when we empty our minds, we need to fill up our minds with something. And when you empty your mind, what do you fill up your mind with? You fill up your mind with thought of faith, you fill up your mind with thought of hope, you fill up your mind with thought of courage, and you fill up your mind with thought of expectancy. And where can we get this faith? Where can we get this hope, this courage, this expectancy? We can get this faith from the Bible. You can get this hope from our Creator, your source. You can get courage, expectancy, expectation from your Creator, from our Creator, which is God, our source. So we need to empty our minds and we need to fill them up, or fill up our minds with faith, with hope, with courage, and expectancy. Then the other thing we can do to break free from our worry is to fill up our mind with thought of faith. Okay, I already said thought of faith. And surround our minds with healthy thoughts. So what are the thoughts you think on a daily basis? Because the thing is that our thought has a way of affecting every part of us. Our thought has a way of affecting every part of us. So we need to surround ourselves. We need to be intentional to guide our thoughts such that we think of just the healthy thoughts. We think of thoughts that are positive. We think of thoughts of faith and not thoughts of fear. And some of the ways we can begin to think of thoughts of faith and not thoughts of fear is, how do you start your day? When you wake up in the morning, how do you start your day? Do you just go about your day without plan, without, just planning your day, meditating on your day, thinking of how the day is going to be, or visualizing how your day is going to be. So we must start our day with a creative, positive thought in our minds. So when you wake up in the morning, one of the things you can do for yourself is to tell yourself you believe. You believe you can achieve your goals. You believe you're going to surmount any challenge you come through today. You believe you're going to navigate that day or today with, with all sense of positivity. So first of all, having this mindset, believing in ourselves that we can navigate any situation that comes our mind, has a way of helping us go through our day without worry. So we must also learn to fill up our mind with the thought of God. Because when our mind is filled with the thought of God, there is no room for worry. The thing is, as I said earlier, most of us, we just neglect God. Most of us go through life alone and we go through these challenges. But we don't have to go through these challenges because we already have a creator, we have a source, we have a partner, which is God. So learn to fill up your mind with God, because the more you fill up your mind with God, the more you give room. There's no room, you take away any room for worry. Fill up your mind with God's protection, with the message of God. It helps a lot in we navigating worry. Now, how do we stop worry? We must say to ourselves that worrying is of no good to us. Worrying is of no special benefit to us. And we must tell ourselves that we can change the habit of worrying. So it still lies on us. The responsibility is still on us to stop worrying, to stop being scared. It has to come from within. It has to come from us. We have to make a decision to stop worrying. We have to make a decision to stop being scared of the things we are scared of. Because the thing is that the more we practice worrying, the more we continue to worry. But when we realize that, okay, this thing I am worried about, this thing I am scared about, could it be my children, could it be my parenting? Since I am worrying about it, I also have the power to stop worrying about it. So it comes from the place of realization that you are in charge, that we are in charge. We can stop any form of worry. We are in charge, so we have the power to stop what scares us, or what we are afraid of, or what we worry about. Now, another thing we have to look at as parents, how do we practice our faith? Now, first thing, every morning when you wake up in the morning, and as I said earlier, just believe in yourself. Believe you're going to achieve your dreams. Believe you're going to achieve your goals. Believe you're going to achieve everything you set your mind to achieve. Saying things positively, using positive confessions, affirming yourself positively that you're going to go out there and achieve your goals. When you do that, it helps to like clear your mind. It helps to make you go through that day with a positive mind, with a positive mindset. So it is very important for us, to work with this mindset of I believe, to work with this mindset of okay, I'm going to achieve anything I set my mind to. It's very important for us to also pin and for us to be aware of the things that make us scared or the things that make us worry, because when we know the things that we are scared of or the things that we worry about, it's very easy for us to stop worrying about them. Then one other thing we can do to break free from worry is to cultivate friendship with hopeful people. So we have to check who are those in our circle, because those in our circle have a way of influencing and affecting everything we do. Because when you cultivate friendship with people of positive mind, it has a way of impacting on you. But when you cultivate, or when you have friends with people that not that, probably they always think negative, or they always worry, or they are scared, it's still definitely it's going to have an effect on you. So we need to be intentional about people in our space, about people in our circle. If we must do away with our fears, with our worries, we have to be intentional to create the right circle of people, our friends, our family, those people around us. Those people should be there to support us, like a support system, so that whenever we feel down, whenever we feel scared or worried, they are always there to help us up. So we must be intentional about our environment, about the people we put in our space. Then how can we solve our personal problems? So in this book, The Power of Positive Thinking, the author, he listed out some ways we can solve our personal problems. And one of the ways he listed is that we must put everything in God's hands. So one of the ways we can solve our problems is to put everything in God's hands. It could be any problem. So what is that problem you're going through? What is that challenge you're going through as a person? Could it be financial challenge? Could it be health challenge? Could it be family challenge? Could it be anything? The truth is that one of the ways we can solve this problem is to put our problem in the hands of God, to talk to our Creator about our problem. Now, we must also learn to see God as our partner, as I said. Now, we must always believe that God is with us because God is our Creator. When we believe that God is real, His presence, it's very easy for us to have conversations and not see God like God is somewhere up there. But when we have this consciousness that, okay, we're in partnership with God, I have a partner that is working with me, that is seeing me through my journey, that is guiding me. So when you have any personal problems, you always relate, always discuss this problem with your partner or with our partner, which is God. So number one, we must put everything into the hands of God. That challenge you're going through, that problem you're going to, first of all, put it in the hands of God. Then secondly, you must remember that you have a partner that is God. Have conversation with God, which is your partner. Discuss with God, which is your partner, and He will definitely come true for you. And another way we can solve our personal problem is to have a plan. So even when we go through challenges, you don't just sit down. Challenges do not go away. They don't just go away by themselves. So we need to plan. How can we navigate through these challenges? How can we walk through these challenges? What are the plans I have in place that can help me move from point A to point B? What are the plans I have in place that can help me move away from these challenges? So we have to plan. We have to do the work because it's our duty, it's our responsibility. God will not come down from heaven to do what we should do or what we are expected to do or what we can do. So we need to plan. So even when you go through a challenge, you're going through a difficult situation, when you pray, you also need to plan. When we pray, we also need to devise strategy on how we can come out of that challenge we are going through. And another way we can solve our personal problem is to have a faith attitude. Have this attitude of faith. Have this attitude of believing. Have this attitude that, okay, even if my present situation, even if things around me in the present don't look like, okay, I'm coming out of this situation, I just believe, I visualize that I'm going to come out of this challenge. So it's all about having faith. It's just all about believing that we are going to come out of this challenge. So as I said earlier, ways we can solve our problem: believing that every problem has a solution. So we must always believe that every problem we go through as parents, as individuals, it could be whatever the problem is for you: health, finance, problem with children, whatever it is, just believe that every problem has a solution and there is solution everywhere. Your solution could be speaking to a mentor. Your solution could be speaking to a coach. Your solution could be in a book. Your solution could be in reading a book. So there is solution all around us. All we need to do is to look around us and we have the solution just very close by. Then another way we can solve our problem is to keep calm. Most times when we go through challenges, we are tensed. But the truth is that tension blocks the flow of thought power. When we are tensed, it's difficult for us to think in the right way. When we are tensed, it blocks our thought power. It affects the way we even think and the way we even make decisions. So amidst our difficult situations, amidst our problems, amidst our challenges, we must learn to keep calm. Sometimes it's difficult to get to this point, but we can train ourselves to get to this point. We can develop ourselves. We can work on our emotions to get to this point of being calm when we encounter difficult situations. In another way we can solve our problems is don't try to force an answer. Keep your mind open. Make your plans. Keep your mind open. Keep doing what you have to do. Keep working on your strategy. Keep working on your plan. Just have an open mind. And over time, you see your solution. You see the problem. You see everything working out together. Then when you do all this, you pray to God, as I said earlier, you pray to God and definitely God will definitely come true. So we must learn that we don't have to go through our challenges alone. We don't have to go through difficult situations alone. We don't have to worry. We don't have to be scared of so many things. There are solutions out there. All we need to do is to search for the solutions, and we have solutions staring us at our faces. So we must trust ourselves. We must remember that we have the power. We have the responsibility to think positively. We've studied this book for the past 2 weeks and we've come to the end of this book, but the message is that always go around, always walk about with a positive thought, always walk around with a positive mindset, because yes, you can. Yes, I can walk around with a positive mindset. Give no room for negativity, give no room for worry, give no room for fear, give no room for any form of self-doubt, because the truth is that we can do all things. We can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. It doesn't matter if that thing looks so big, it doesn't matter if that thing looks so difficult. You can do all things. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens. So fill up yourself, grow yourself, renew yourself on a daily basis. Get books that address the challenges you're going through. Attend courses, attend courses, speak to a coach, speak to a mentor, do the things that you're meant to do. Just walk, be on this journey of constantly growing yourself, be on this journey of constantly renewing your mind. And when you do that over time, you find out that thinking positively comes to you easily. Thinking negatively is something that will probably just come once in a while. But when you fill up your mind with the right thoughts, when you fill up your mind with the thoughts of faith from God, when you fill up your mind with good books, literatures that will be of great benefit to you, it helps to counter, it helps to do away with any form of negativity. So I encourage us today to walk around with a positive mindset. I encourage us today that we have the capacity, we have the ability, and it's our responsibility to walk around thinking positively. Yes, we can. We can think positively. Yes, we can. We have the power to think positively. And don't stay there in negativity. Don't feel that's the end of the world. No, you can get up, you can rise, and begin to work on yourself, begin to grow yourself, begin to develop yourself, such that you will begin to think of positive thoughts. So when you go through any challenge, family, raising your children, always have a positive thought. Always look at things from a positive angle. Always look at things from a positive perspective. Like my coach will always say, the gift of perspective. When people are saying something negative, you should be saying positive. When people are seeing challenges as, okay, this is the end, this challenge is so big, what are you seeing it as? We should learn to have a different mindset. We should learn to have a growth mindset. We should learn to have a positive mindset, because when we have a positive mindset in everything we do, it's going to trickle down. When you have a positive mindset in your parenting, it's going to trickle down, give you a positive result. When you have a positive mindset in your work, in your marriage, in everything you do, it's definitely going to yield a positive result. So I encourage you to walk around with a positive mindset, with a positive thought. Give no room for negativity, give no room for fear, give no room for worry. If you get to find yourself in a circle where people always say negative things that pull you down or make you feel down or demoralized, try to find the right circle for yourself. Try to find the right friends that will be there to support you, that will be there to help you while you walk on this your journey of developing yourself. So that is it. We've come to the end of our book review. Yes, this month we were able to review 2 books. Yes, it was so great. If you've not been joining us for the book review, you can catch the review on our YouTube channel, The Renewed Parents Academy. Please like this video, share this video with your friends, with your family. Let us all contribute our quarter to make the world a better place. Let us contribute to ensuring we grow ourselves, we renew ourselves, and we are better versions of ourselves. So thank you very much. Till I come your way next week Wednesday with our webinar, with our book review. And please do well to share this video, invite your family and friends. Let us all learn. Thank you for your time. Do have a great day and see you later. Bye.